so fun,
Well,
so
thank
easy.
you.
He's kind of a master at managing it because it's really very timed, and he
He's
flows
like a
through
doctor
it.
with a bedside
That's
manner.
He is. He's a
Right.
surgeon. He is like in there, and it's really
If I
masterful.
need you to be quiet and you're not, I'll throw the pencil at you.
You know, he never like loses his temper.
No,
He
I'm
never
trying
gets impatient. He's got to keep it right on it, and he
Try to-
shows up like I'm telling. I need
Yeah,
glasses.
I know.
Where's my
You,
glasses? Oh,
you made the room smell nicer. I just want to.
That's right.
Oh,
you
thanks.
did. You definitely
Good.
did. That's for sure.
good.
Edward, just tell me when. I mean, if I need to clear my throat for any reason or
Then,
whatever.
then just like that.
Right.
That way it has
Okay.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
And then go ahead and get really close.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna
Almost kiss it.
almost kiss it, and I'll be able to tell on here how
Oh
long
my
it
God.
is.
So weird. Oh,
I know they're a little, yeah, they're a little strange on that. Okay, so I've already gone. So Mark and I did the first two segments. So when I come, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and let's see here. How do I do this here? Okay, so recorded. Oh, okay. So when I come back, I'm going to ask this trivia question that because I already asked this way when we cut out to the break. I asked this trivia question: why does the interstate highway system require at least 1 mile in 5 to be straight? So I'm going to come back and say, "Welcome back." Blah blah blah. We're joined Zoom. We answer the trivia question, and we'll go right into it. Now, just so you know who the players are, Patty Cohen's the most successful real estate agent in Marin County, and Mark Robbins.
Sort of.
Awesome.
There you go.
I know you're not.
Now, Mark is going to talk about non-recourse loans for IRA property purchases.
Oh.
So it'd be kind of interesting if we're talking about buying in your IRA,
Oh, I was just
real
fascinated.
estate,
Yeah.
which it's going to say a lot of things there. So,
18 years ago, I was so excited about doing that. I never really. Anyway, it didn't happen, but
Yeah.
I like leverage. But anyway, yeah.
and so some of the stuff that Mark had written down here is, here's various questions. What's a non-recourse loan?
Yeah.
Why is it required? What are the typical terms for these when buying property with an IRA? How long does the loan process take? What types of property can an investor purchase? And what are the tax advantages to buying property with IRA funds? Awesome. These are great questions for the show.
It's such a fascinating topic because I've noticed that people, general public, don't know anything about it.
Correct.
It's been around a long time, and it's fascinating. And I don't see it happen. I've never done a deal like that.
Okay.
I mean, in my own
Yeah,
career.
no, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
So you're a virgin in your own right, too.
What's that?
I'd say you're a virgin in your own
Yeah.
right.
Remember that?
You've
Yeah,
never done it.
exactly.
and you've got some good stuff for
Yeah.
us too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So-
cash sales are huge right now. Figuring out why, kind of where are we in the market, all that. Yeah.
And so each of these segments, we're going to do about two, roughly 10-minute segments. Yeah. Yeah. Two different 10-minute segments. Okay. So we'll kind of bounce around a little bit between you for both segments. That's why that way it's not all manipulative.
Yeah.
Sure.
And one of the questions, the
Yeah.
best question to ask right now is when is the best time to sell? Because really, all year, right now is. And so all year I say mid-February. So here we are.
Oh, okay. Because the question I was going to ask, I picked one of those because you had great questions on it. One of them was going to be, what is the best way to prepare my house for maximum ROI? What kind of things should I be doing? But you
Yeah.
want me to ask that
Do
one
that
instead?
next. Well, no, right now. When's the best time to sell? I don't want to say mid-February, mid-March. Yeah.
Well, really, you're coming into the best time of the year. Typically March to June, from what I know. But, I just sold my house in December,
Where? Where was it? You went?
Nevada.
Oh, good
Yeah.
for you. Who was your agent?
Howard. Howard Wynn.
Oh, I love Howard. Right? Yeah, we're in the same company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard's a good guy, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are y'all ready?
Y'all ready? Yep.
Okay. So again, just, is this close enough to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, and try not to touch it. Yeah. So if you can set it like that and just go like that, you'll be perfect. And
I'll
you'll-
hold myself back.
Okay, and you'll know, like, because if you talk like this, you notice how you can't really hear anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how to keep you on track. And I think I did start this, but it's just double check. Yes, I did. All right.
I actually like speaking in the mic because it makes my voice sound stronger
There you go.
than it is.
We wanted to have Mark on, gosh, I guess 2 years ago, but at the time you were going through your
Larynx
Oh,
issues.
wow.
So
You sound
you-
good.
You've made a huge comeback. All right, then I've got a couple of little announcements I gotta make here before we get right into. So here we go.
Okay.
Ready? All right. Welcome back to The Best of Investing. I'm Edward Brown, your host, and we are joined by Patty Cohn of Pacific Union Realty and our guest, Mark Robbins, who we'll get to in just a minute here. But we have to first answer the trivia question, which is, why does the interstate highway system require at least 1 mile in 5 to be straight? And,
Safety.
well, no, it has to do with they are usable as airstrips during a war or emergency.
Very interesting.
Well, that has to do with safety.
Yeah, that's true.
Landing safely.
Landing safely, exactly. Okay. So now, before we introduce you, Mark, I do have to make a quick little announcement here, and this is for the Roman Spa Hot Springs Resort in Calistoga. So the Roman Spa Resort provides an authentic terme experience centered around the geothermal waters, which come directly from the source and pipe into their naturally hot pools, offering a level of relaxation and healing that transcends the ordinary. With 60 charming guest rooms, it's a perfect choice for a peaceful retreat, a weekend getaway with girls, or the ultimate romantic holiday. Guests of the on-site spa will be pampered by the attentive staff who will design your perfect spa experience, transcending you into a state of complete relaxation. Consider their Calistoga traditional mud bath. If you've never had one of those, they're really cool. A complete healing experience followed by a full body massage in an intimate private setting. Call 800-914-8957 or go to www.romanspahotsprings.com. romanspahotsprings.com. Check
I'm
them
writing
out.
that down. It sounds amazing.
It's incredible. Go to their website.
Exciting.
Okay, so now in the studio here we have Mark Robbins. And why do we have Mark Robbins? What do you do, Mark?
I am a commercial mortgage broker. I help people obtain financing for commercial real estate and IRA real estate purchases.
Okay, so now we're talking specifically about IRA purchases of real estate. And why don't you get into, first of all, they have to be non-recourse loans, don't they?
They have to be non-recourse loans. The IRS requires that if you are using your IRA money to buy real estate with a loan, or shall we say leverage,
Okay.
you have to get a non-recourse loan, which means that you're not personally responsible for paying that loan back. The IRS does not want the individual being involved in personal guarantees when they're using money that hasn't been taxed yet.
Okay. They were trying to protect the public, sounds like.
Well, they're protecting themselves too, because if there's any self-dealing not with the IRA funds, that person could be subject to penalties and taxation.
Gotcha.
And if you want to use your money to buy real estate, and you're borrowing to buy that real estate, it's got to be a non-recourse loan.
Okay, Patty, do you want to ask Mark any questions on this? I've got a few other questions.
Well, I truly find that fascinating, and what I have noticed is the general public does not realize that you could use your retirement money to buy real estate. I think that is just, it should be on the front page of every paper,
Yeah, it
because
should.
people don't know it.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think people also don't understand what a non-recourse loan is.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to say what that is.
Well, again, non-recourse means no personal guarantee, no personal responsibility. If there's a default in payment on the mortgage of that loan, the only thing that the mortgage holder can go after is the property
No
or the
personal guarantee.
income that the property produces.
Gotcha. And what are the typical terms for these types of property?
Yeah, there's only a few programs available if you're borrowing money to buy real estate with your IRA. There's a 3-year loan, which is amortized over 20 or 25 years, and then fixed for that period of time, and then it would change or adjust every year after the first 3 years. There's a 5-year fix, which also is fixed for 5 years, amortized for 20 or 25, and would adjust once a year after the 5th year. And then there's a 20-year fixed. 3-year loan, interest rate's about 4.25%. 5-year loan, about 5%, and the 20-year fixed, usually a range of about 6 to 6.25%.
So if anybody's interested in buying real estate inside their IRA, they would go to you to help them get the loan?
Well, that's what I do for a living, yes. I'm a facilitator. I know who the lenders are and how to put together the right kind of loan package. I know what the requirements are, know what the lenders require
Yeah, because
in
a lot
order
of
for them
lenders
to qualify.
Yeah, a lot of lenders won't even touch that kind of loan. will they?
Well, I can tell you, I've been doing this for 12 years, Edward, and let's just say 999 out of 1,000 lenders will not grant non-recourse loans
Yeah.
for the purchase of 1 to 4 unit properties
Gotcha.
in the United States.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And in fact, it makes zero sense for any individual to go direct to a lender, because most of the people sitting at those desks have no idea
Yeah.
what this is about.
Yeah, they'll say, what,
And there aren't many people like you that even
Exactly.
facilitate it.
Yeah, they'll say, you can buy real estate in your IRA? I thought, Joe, I could buy CDs. Yeah, that's something a lot of that.
Well, just like investing in stocks, you can invest in real estate with your IRA.
Okay.
You just have to follow the rules.
How long does it take, the loan process?
You know, the loan process is not much different than a conventional loan, usually 30 to 45 days. I always recommend that if people get into a purchase contract, they put it out to at least 45 days just to be safe.
Okay, so if somebody is trying to buy a piece of property but needs a fast closing, then they probably should go to Mark Hahn first and get that loan so that they can get the deal, and then
Yes.
they can refinance with you. Can they do that?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and if they need private money, they want to do it faster, certainly a private money specialist like Mark would be the person to go to.
And what are the tax advantages for buying the property in the IRA?
Without being too wordy, this is a more complicated subject matter. However, I don't pretend to be a tax specialist. I always recommend that the investors speak with their tax specialist. However, there's unrealized business income tax, which is the tax on the monthly income, and then there's unrealized debt financing, which is the tax on the long-term gain after you've sold the property. So regarding what they call UBIT, unrealized business income tax, first $1,000 of profit goes back to the IRA tax-free. After that, the percentage of the income that matches the percentage that they put down on the property to buy the property goes back to the IRA tax-free. In other words, if they put down 50% to buy the property, then 50% of that profit, that monthly profit, goes back to the IRA tax-free. The other 50% gets taxed at a trust rate of about 35%. So for let's just say for every $100 of profit after all expenses have been deducted, $50 goes back to the IRA tax-free. The other 50 gets taxed at approximately 35%, which I believe is the trust tax rate. So that's about $17.50, $18. So on $100 of profit, they're paying about $18 in taxes.
But they're able to purchase real estate in their IRA using leverage that they ordinarily wouldn't be able to use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is there any limitation, like what types of property can the investor purchase?
Well, I've done, I don't know how many of these non-recourse loans over the last 12 years from coast to coast, but the typical purchases are 1 to 4 family units, single family houses, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes. I've helped investors with all of those property types. I've also helped with apartment buildings where it involves more money, higher loan amounts, which causes the number of lenders to dwindle. There aren't that many lenders that do non-recourse loans on apartment buildings.
I mean, to me, like the whole big thing is, as Patty was mentioning, a lot of people don't even realize that one can do this in their IRA. A lot of people want to invest in real estate, and they're not going to pay cash for $500,000 building, let's say,
Yeah.
but they like to do leverage. And I mean, is there a minimum you have to put down?
There are minimum loan amounts. Most lenders will not do loans under $50,000.
I mean percentage-wise, like, will they do a 70% loan to value?
The majority of all the lenders require 40% down.
Okay, so you're
So
about
60%
60%
loan to
like
value. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna cut to a break. This segment went very fast, actually. So, Mark, if people want to buy real estate in their IRA and they're gonna need a loan broker to help them get the loan, they should call you. How do they get a hold of you?
Well, I'm easy to reach. I've had the same cell number for over a decade, 415-309-1803.
All right. Thank you very much. Stay with us. We're gonna go with Patty right after the break. We're gonna get into all this good real estate that you have to talk about.
Thank you.
Okay, here's our third and final trivia question. Which famous person invented the scissors? All right, don't answer that now, because I can tell you think you know the answer. All right, stay with us. You're listening to The Best of Investing. We'll be right back. Okay.
I just think a quick point, now that I'm only gonna be here a half an hour.
Yeah, this one's fast because again.
Well, you moved it along pretty fast, Edward.
It
You're
does.
good.
Well, thanks.
You know, you segue very well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I can my classes on this computer. So I'm, is this done at 4:30?
This will be done at 4:30. Yeah.
I can actually meet you at 4:45. Okay, question mark.
How did that sound to you?
4:45.
I think it sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked good on the levels here.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it worked out. I think well. And you gave a lot of good information.
Yeah, you got pretty rapid fire questions. So you gotta,
No, you came up with some
I
good
try
ones.
not to be too wordy because I have a tendency to.
Well, and then radio, you don't want that either.
No,
You know,
no.
so we want to keep the audience engaged.
Absolutely.
That's the whole idea. We want that good radio.
Yeah.
All right, so let me figure this out here. Back to 10 minutes. All right, Patty, you ready?
Yep. I have classes, so it's gonna be harder. Let's see what I'm doing.
If I
It's
had
funny.
glasses, I didn't.
I know, thank you, because those readers, they're like dollar store readers, like, you don't have them. Don't you need glasses? Don't you have readers or anything?
You left glasses here last time. I think they took them. I'm sorry.
Dollar store, it's okay.
Here, go like this.
I used to, I know.
Okay.
Um,
A quick announcement here after our thing, and then we'll be ready. Here we go. Welcome back to The Best of Investing. I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with my co-host, Patty Cohen. Mark had to leave a little early today. Mark Hunt had to leave a little early, but we have Mark Robbins still with us.
Still here.
Third and final trivia question. Which famous person invented the scissors? Anybody?
Edward Scissorhands.
No.
I was gonna
Leonardo
say
da Vinci.
Oh,
Invited. Pretty good. Okay, quick thing here. The Monarch Cove Inn. If you're, there's another great place if you're looking for an idyllic weekend getaway or unforgettable spot to celebrate life's happiest occasions. The breathtaking Monarch Cove Inn stands on a 100-foot cliff overlooking Monterey Bay. So they have 9 rooms, an alluring Victorian house, and 2 cheerful standalone cottages. Secluded on a quiet road, the Monarch Cove Inn is a relaxing few minutes of walk to Capitola Village, which is a beautiful place. Check them out at www.monarchcoveinn.com. All right, Patty, what do you got for us?
Well, the market is waking up again, as you know, as usual. December's really slow, January's really slow, and then we had rains, which we're all excited about for the environment, but people don't want to put their houses on. But it's just starting to pick up, and if you think, you know, year over year, it's probably 8-point-some% over last year.
Yeah.
So since really mid 2012, we've taken a huge ride up in appreciation.
Well, this kind of leads into the email question we received for you, which is, when is the best time to sell?
Oh, absolutely. I like all year I wait for right now to be able to say, truly right now. My opinion, and more than my opinion, I've looked at bar graphs for decades on buyer demand and supply, and they do follow each other, but the tightest and best time to put your house on the market is mid-February.
Right
And
after the
that-
Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the general wisdom of sellers is, I'm going to wait till April or May, because I look prettier then, my house looks prettier and
Yeah.
everything else.
Weather's good and all that.
Yeah, but the truth is, the buyers come out. They come out, the beginning of February, and they are. Some of them are, pent up demand from last year, and they're hungry and they're beat up. Some of them are fresh and eager, and realizing, oh my God, there's nothing to buy. So everybody's hungry, and the sellers are just asleep, making themselves pretty for the spring when they get to compete with everybody else, and some of the pent up demand has been absorbed. So it is the one time, and the truth is, every time's a good time because buyer demand and supply really pretty much follow each other.
Okay.
But it's the best. It really narrows right now.
But now, how many? I mean, we know that you are the best. You're the smartest agent in Marin. How many other realtors know that?
People, my listings always come out early. They really do. And when I talk with sellers, I mean, honestly, people are like, just wait till spring. And I mean, like, I think in life, watch what everybody's doing and do the opposite.
Yeah.
And so, buyers are ready, sellers aren't there, and it really doesn't matter if their flowers are blooming, because guess what? Anybody that comes out right now is competing with the same people who don't have flowers,
Ah, good point.
and their house is muddy too, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the theory is still you want to get the highest price. When it looks the nicest. How many people go when it's gray outside and think that they're going to have to pay the top dollar. They go, this house doesn't look so good. Well, it's gloomy and gray. You have to kind of check it at all times.
Well, that is the thinking, and you really have to be pretty brave to put it on right now, because that thinking does make sense, except when you think that buyers are desperate and afraid that they're going to be pushed out, and they go looking for houses, and there's one or two to choose from. They're going to snap that one up.
And I can see also from a buyer's perspective, if you wait till spring, you realize everyone's going to be going at the same time. So you want to catch it early.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
Yeah, and I mean, some buyers will just wait till they're all out, but then it's everybody just, the masses doing what the masses do, competing with each other, and sellers competing with each other, and right now. And I don't really mean like mid-March or mid-April. I'm talking about right now. Talk to an agent right now. Start getting the house prepared. Get it in the market in the next couple of weeks. And don't put it on Valentine's Day and 3-day weekend. Just skip that weekend. Yeah, because it's a 3-day weekend. It's Valentine's Day, and it's the beginning of winter break for a lot of schools. So don't do that weekend, but the next is fine.
Yeah, because you want to come out fresh. You don't want to have it, quote, stale, being on the market for a week or so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing on 2 listings next week, and there's nothing in their neighborhood. Nothing.
Now, next week is Super Bowl.
That's okay.
Because a lot of times the wives will go out to check the properties and then bring the husbands back next week or something like that.
Well, I think the general public puts too much emphasis on us and open houses, and I can see why, because that's all they see in terms of activity.
Yeah.
But
most houses go because the broker's open, don't they?
Yeah, they go on the broker's open. Everybody's online, so they don't have to wait to see a sign. Like the old days, you had to kind of see a sign in your neighborhood. Now you get an alert in real time when a listing comes on.
Gotcha.
And for say spring break or Valentine's Day, people are away for the weekend. But Super Bowl, they're here. They're just not going to go to the open house. But they're still shopping. Their agent can still take them. They're still ready to go.
That's a good point, because I know a couple of people who have free Super Bowl tickets, and they're not even going to go because of the traffic and everything else. They're going to stay home and watch it.
Amazing.
They should sell the tickets.
I'll tell you exactly.
The average price of a ticket's over $5,000.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, something crazy.
Well, speaking of that, crazy numbers, I got a request from another agent who said they've got a client looking to rent a house for the Super Bowl week for $200,000. That was the budget.
Really?
Yeah.
Let them rent my house.
I know. And they're not going to have parties. There will be guards. It's a very high-profile person. I don't know who it is. But then in another conversation I was having with somebody from San Francisco, they said, I had a client that did that, and they really didn't make money, believe it or not.
Why?
Because there was going to be parties. They moved all of their furniture out. They painted the house. They moved all of their furniture back in. They repainted. I mean, we're talking a mega kind of house with a little, I think, extreme kind of maintenance. But I'm not really in that league. So, painting going in, painting going out, the storage.
Yeah, that would be a little ridiculous. Of course, 200,000 can go quite a long way for something like that.
I'm thinking for a week.
Well, it's funny because I got a building
I'll
down.
take 100.
I've got a building literally one exit away from from Levi Stadium. And I'm thinking, I wonder if I could rent my parking lot.
Wonder if you sure
I don't know. I don't know how.
Oh, there's no question.
I don't know how to do it though.
just get a kid out there and
Put it on
Stand there.
Craigslist or, list.
But how are they going to get from there to the stadium?
Like,
Okay,
how far away
shuttle.
is it from the stadium?
One exit away,
Uber,
less than a mile.
let them call
Yeah,
an
yeah.
Uber.
I guess.
hire a bus. I mean, you can make some money because you hire a shuttle. You got a kid standing at the gate taking the money. You got a shuttle putting them in, and you put it on Craigslist. You post it online. You put it on Airbnb. You do an app where they can just pay.
Wow. I hope I'm not too late. It's next week.
No,
Oh,
you
got
can do it.
time,
You
you
can do
got
it.
time.
I got time? No, I'm going to do that. We'll have to talk about that. Okay, we have one more minute before we have to leave. Patty, before we forget, how do people get a hold of you if they want to put their house on the market early?
Oh, please do. I'm master at this time of year. Patty Cohn, 415-722-4842. I'm with Pacific Union International.
Oh, we have to call it Pacific Union International now. Okay.
I should have been the whole time.
That's okay. Well, that's all right. If people just go to Pacific Union,
Yeah,
they'll still find you.
they'll find me.
Good. And your website, or you're on our website, bestofinvesting.com. You can always check that out too. And I got to say, Patty is definitely one of the most informed and intelligent realtors.
Why, thank you.
I know that from experience. I've known you, gosh, for 20 years now. It's been that long. You haven't aged a bit.
I know.
I have, of
Time
course.
flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. And again, Mark, why don't you give out your information for people who want to get a hold of you?
Mark Robbins, Lending Resources Group, 415-309-1803.
Okay, so if you want to buy real estate inside your IRA and you need a loan, the regular bank ain't going to give it to you. You got to go and call someone like Mark.
Welcome your calls.
All right. We are going to cut out for the day here, and here's our thoughts for the day. The Queen Elizabeth II cruise liner moves 6 inches for each gallon of fuel it burns. Is that a waste or what? I would think with inertia, you just push it, it goes a long way.
Wow.
What do I know?
6 inches?
6 inches
Wow.
for every gallon. And American Airlines saved $40,000 in 1987 by eliminating 1 olive from each salad served first class.
Wow. Wait, how much money?
$40,000. That's
Amazing.
a lot of stinking olives. I don't even like them.
I don't
They're
either.
going to save a lot on me. Okay, tune in next week to The Best of Investing. We're going to be giving away more free vacations for answering trivia questions. Thanks for listening. On behalf of our team, I'm Edward Brown, and wishing you the best of investing. So long.
That's
Next week
awesome.
goes.
If we did it like this every week, I would be thrilled.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
the best. Short and sweet and focused. Oh,
So
God, wasn't that
I-
fun?